Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So, Asmaul Ishara is our next lesson. Asmaul Ishara, demonstrative nouns. Demonstrative nouns for the near objects and distant objects. Then masculine, feminine, and again masculine and feminine. And then at the top, as usual, singular, muthanna, and plural. Singular, muthanna, and plural. Singular masculine for the near demonstration is hada. Hada. And plural, hadani. Hadani. Feminine singular is hadihi. Hadihi.
What's the line?
Which line? This one?
On the he, Adihi.
Hadihi. No, it is the opposite of this. Downwards. Sound double of kasra. Double kasra you can say. Straight kasra. Straight kasra. This is hadi, this is he. The he. In some scripts they will do it like this. Kasra and a small ya here. But I'll commonly write like this. Because I come from Indian subcontinent. Hadihi and musanna would be hatani. Hatani. Plural for both would be ha ulai. Double mad. Ha ulai. Hada, hadani, ha ulai, hadihi, hatani, ha ulai. Then for the distant demonstration, dhalika. Sometimes called dhaka too. The actual word is dhalika, but sometimes it's abbreviated as dhaka. Muthanna, dhanika. and muannas would be tilka. 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 Plural would be, musanna would be tanika in rafa form. Tanika. And plural for both of them would be ulaika. Ulaika. Sorry. Singular and plurals are mabniyat. What is mabni? The one who doesn't change its appearance in response to the call of i'rab. I'rab changes, but its appearance doesn't change. It's like put, put, put. So put is the first form of the verb, second as well as third. But they all appear same. So singulars remain unchanged, plurals remain unchanged. But if you carefully see, they look like musanna as if they are regular musanna. Dani, ani is there, ani is there, then ani is there, and ani is there. So in the nasab and jar form, they should turn to be hadaini, and this should become hataini. What should be changed here? Danika. What has to change for i'rab? Not ka. Ani has to change to aini. So this will become dainika. Dainika. And this will become tainika. In the nasab and jar form, this will become tainika.
Would you explain that again, please?
Pardon?
Would you explain that again, please?
Musanna form, I said one sentence that musanna is formed without an exception throughout the Arabic language. You remember that? So since this is musanna, it has to be according to the rule. Hada, hadani. Hadihi, ta is the sign of muannath. So ta comes again. Hatani, hataini. Tane should become taini. Hataini. All the near demonstrations start with ha, remember. And all the distant ones end at ta, a kaf.
Okay.
Dalika, tilka, danika, tanika, ulaika. So if I, for your convenience, take a colored representation. Ha is the common. Ha here. Again, ha here. Then it's ha here and it's ha here. And it's ha here. Is that clear?
Yes.
And all the distant ones have kaf at the end.
What's the difference between Zalika and Zaka?
Same. Just the abbreviated form. You know, I didn't read this in any book. By repeated teaching, I get these formulas. When you start teaching, inshallah, you will derive formulas. It is the blessing, barakah of teaching. You learn more. Your student may or may not learn, you certainly learn.
Inshallah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, the best way of learning is teaching.
Yeah. So let's try to memorize them.
Hada.
Hada, hadani, haulai. I'll read to you a few times, then you should follow me.
I did
You should do two things. Ears to me and eyes to the board.
Hada, hadani, ha.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ, ਬਾਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਦਿਓ.
I'm gonna read it rather than you. I want to give you rest.
Okay.
I want to give you rest.
Okay. ਕਰੋ ਫਿਰ.
Hada, hadani, haulai. Right? Hada, hadani, haulai. Hada, hadani, haulai. Hada, hadani, haulai. Let me know.
You can memorize without tajweed and then put tajweed into it. Hada hadani haulai. 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 Hada hadani haulai.
You are real teacher.
Hada hadani haulai. Hada hadani haulai. Hada hadani haulai. Hada hadani haulai. You know, keeping eye on this, it will register the chart into your mind.
Yeah.
And it will facilitate you memorizing. And in the long run, you will have not to count hada hadani haula. You see haula in the Quran and you say hada hada. No. If the chart has been registered into your mind, you will directly reach there and you will see plural, masculine, and the near demonstration. Right? You know, I tell you a nonsense story of myself. You know, when I was in school, in the 6th class, I started learning English. And I learned Somar, Mangal, Budh was in Urdu, and in English I memorized Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And whenever I had to go to Wednesday, I had to count from Monday. Until I came to America, 1984. So I realized Monday is Wednesday, Budh is Wednesday. So I always had to memorize, count from the beginning. So if you memorize them in one line. You'll have to count. Register the chart into your mind directly. And haula is here, and you'll read directly from the chart that it is the plural form of the near demonstrative noun. Hada hadani haulai, 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 hadihi hatani haulai, hada hadani haulai, hadihi atani haulai, hada hadani haulai, hadihi atani haulai, hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai, hada hadani haulai, hadihi atani haulai. Now follow me. Hada hadani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء
hadihi hatani haulai,
هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi atani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai,
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء.
You can realize that as against the West, how gender conscious the Arabs are. Even the demonstrative nouns for masculine and feminine are separate. So this is their gender consciousness. In the West, they are not gender conscious. So this is same for masculine, same for feminine. That is same for masculine, same for feminine. So, hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai. Hada hadani haulai, hadihi hatani haulai. Yes, young Chaudhary.
هذا هاتان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Samim.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Azar.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء
Said.
هذا هذان هؤلاء هذه هاتان هؤلاء.
Yes, just write down the translation too. Both are this. This for masculine, this for feminine. And these are these two. Masculine, feminine. And these. Right? For more than two. These more than two. Both of them are that. This is the demonstrative that. When you point to that, that. The other is all that glitters. You don't point, you just refer. There is another chart. So this is that, and this is those two.
No, you.
Those two and those more than two. MashaAllah. Dhalika, dhanika, ulaika. Tilka, tanika, ulaika. You know, basic is this one, dhalika. This is just the abbreviated form. So to memorize, just have the general one. Dhalika, dhanika, ulaika, tilka, tanika, ulaika. Now, we take different propositions. Use of demonstrative nouns. Now, the subject is use of demonstrative nouns. First of all, demonstrative noun as a mubtada. That is the subject of Jumla Ismiya. Mubtada is the subject of Jumla Ismiya. We take one standard. Kitabul Walad. Kitab, book, Walad, boy. Book of the boy. Kitabul Walad, book of the boy. We assume that book of the boy is predicate, khabar, and we want to say this is book of the boy. We want to say this is book of the boy. Remember, in English construction, the helping verb will be the dividing line between mubtada and khabar. When you say this is, so before is will be the mubtada and following is will be the khabar. It's a very simple formula. In an Arabic sentence and English sentence, there is always a helping verb in an English sentence, right? So that will be the dividing line. Before is will be the mubtada and after the is or were would be the khabar. So this is boy's book. This is boy's book. Book of the boy, or you can say the boy's book to make it definite. Hada kitabul waladi. Hada, you know the mubtada, and khabar would be kitabul waladi. Is that clear to you? This is the simplest. I'm starting with this. But if you have to point to kitab, then what? If you have to point to walad, then what? If you want to bring hada as khabar, then what? These are all the alternate possibilities. We'll take one by one. Hada kitabul waladi, this is the boy's book. You know, since you have grown up children now, so now I have said boy's book, right? So yesterday I was asking you not to change the form, be as it is in Arabic. Now you can become idiomatic a little bit. First, Kitabul Waladi. You want to demonstrate the kitab of walad. How to do that?
Again, sir.
Okay, let's make simple first. First, we study the demonstrative construction, the demonstrative incomplete construction. You know, this was demonstrative complete construction. Hada kitabul waladi, complete sentence.
Yeah.
Let us first see an incomplete demonstrative construction. Murakkab ishari. No. For that, what you have to do, this is similar to murakkab tawsifi. To say this book, this is not a complete sentence. It's not this is a book. One is this is a book. That is simple. Hada is mubtada and kitabun is khabar. Hada kitabun. But if you want to say this book, hazal kitabu, you will make it marfa. This book, hadal kitabu. Hada al kitabu, which will be read as hazal kitabu. This book, hazal kitabu. Zalikal kitabu. That book.
Can you explain that again, please? The differences. This is a book and this book.
Actually, don't follow word by word. Translation means to express an idea from one language to another. When they have to say this book, what Arabs do, and they have to say this is a book, what they do. When they have to say this book of the boy, what they do. When they have to say book of this boy, what they do. When they have to say book of the boy is this one, what they do. This we have to study simply.
So you're saying El Kitabu could be translated as the book or this book? It can be translated either way.
No. The book is Al-Kitabu,
Right.
separately. But when we are studying different constructions, we have to see the idiom of the Arabs. As I said, when we separately study meanings of Alif Lam, it is the. But when we come to the idiom, these are the cards of the Arabs. Sometimes they will put Alif Lam in the beginning, sometimes they will just take away from Alif Lam from the beginning. Sometimes they will bring Tanween at the end, sometimes they will remove Tanween from the end. These are their cards. Now we are actually now studying their cards. We have simply to study, to say, book of this book, how they say that. This book of the boy, how they say that. This is a book, how they say that. This is book of the boy, how they say that. Book of this boy, how they say that. And this book of the boy, how they say that. There are different propositions. We have studied all of them. Simply, the idiomatically how Arabs express this idea. That is the translation. So, we have done, this is a book. We have done this book. Now we are moving forward. Sorry, book of this boy. First start with the simple one. Book of this boy. Tell me, is it a complete sentence or not? No, it's not a complete sentence. First thing is, it's not a complete sentence. So, this boy is Hazal Waladu. Hazal Walad is this boy. And Kitab is this is Mudafun Ilay. And simply you have to bring a mudaf, Kitabu Hazal Waladi. And it doesn't create any problem, does it? Kitabu Hazal Waladi. Now the only technical difference is, we said this is Mabni. In all three forms, it appears the same. Here, since this is Mudafun Ilay, so the i'rab of Mudafun Ilay is Majroor. So this Haza is Majroor. Kitabu Hazal Walad. Hazal Waladu was in Rafa form, but when Hazal Walad converted to acted as Mudafun Ilay, so the requirement of Mudafun Ilay is Jar form, only one requirement. And when this Walad will go to Jar form, and this has to follow this. Its i'rab has to follow this.
Basically,
Simply, you can say, to make this construction, Hazal Walad, what you have to do? This is definite. So, this has to be definite. So you will have to add alif lam to this. But the selection of this from the whole chart will be according to this. This is singular, so this will be singular. But if it is awladu, boys, haulai awladu. And whatever is this is its Arab, it will be according. This will follow it. That sometimes in some cases it will follow the first, sometimes the first will follow the second. But principles are very simple. In demonstrative noun, in demonstrative construction, the musharun alayh to which you are pointing has to be definite with alif lam. It's a requirement. And the selection of ismul ishara, the demonstrated noun from the whole chart, will be according to the musharun alayh to which you are pointing. In English also it's the same. When you say this marker, you will say this. But when you have to say these markers. So since this is plural, so demonstrative noun is plural. But if this is singular, the demonstrative noun is singular. Right? Now, when this is the union of ishara and musharun alayh, when these markers are in standing position in rafa form, the ismul ishara demonstrative noun attached to them is also in the rafa form. But when they are in the jar form, it will also go with them in the jar form. So this is a simple formula. If you are conceptual, Arabic is very easy. You will not have to memorize each and everything. I have given you the example that the selection of the demonstrative noun will be according to the number, it will be following the musharun alayh to which you are pointing. And then once they are attached, now whatever form the musharun alayh adopts, ishara will go accordingly. Is that clear? Hazal kitabu. But if you want to say these books, what you will do? These books. Hazihil kutubu. Since it is a broken plural, so selection will be this one. Hazihil kutubu. Supposedly, we for the time being forget that is a broken plural. That's yes, it should be haulai. But with the passage of time, inshallah, it will become your reflex section that whenever you come across a broken plural, you will make a selection accordingly. You know, does it make sense now? So gradually, actually, you get into the language. Gradually. So coming back to our lesson, Haza kitabun, this is a book. Hazal kitabu, this book. This is book of the boy. This is boy's book. Haza kitabul walad. It was very simple. Haza kitabul waladi. Haza is demonstrative noun definite. Right? And it is fully capable to become mubtada. And it is in rafa form. And kitabul walad is murakkab idafi. It is capable to become khabar. So sentence is complete. But the problem will arise in the other cases. Hazal waladu. This boy. And you want to say book of this boy. Simply you have to add a mudaf to this. So to make mudaf, you have to remove alif lam from here and have to bring it as light, and to change this, when you open the bracket, it will become kitabu hazal waladi. Haza will appear same, but prior to this, Haza was in rafa form, but now in this construction, this is in the jar form, because this is mudafun alayh. But when you have to point to the kitab, this book of the boy, then there will be a problem. Now let us see what's the problem. Now, if you have to make this Hazal Kitabu, the Arabic of this book is Hazal Kitabu. Now this Al Kitabu cannot become Mudaf. Why? Because of Al. Now we are in trouble. So what the Arabs do to solve this problem, they will bring Haza here. This book of the boy. Because that was creating problem for us. So they have solved the problem, and they have not broken their rule that kitab cannot have alif lam. The solution they have sought is that they will move Haza at the end. Kitabul waladi Haza. Now apparently it looks like as if it is book of the boy is this. Doesn't it look like that? But if they have to say that, what they will do to differentiate this from that, they will bring the damir here. Huwa hadha. Now this is a complete sentence. Book of the boy is this one. Huwa hadha.
And the Huwa refers to.
No, this huwa has got no meanings. You won't translate, it is just idiomatic. To solve that issue, to solve that problem, to resolve that issue, they have added this huwa so that it doesn't get confused with this one. Ulaika. Our principle is mubtada has to be definite.
Then the khabar
Should be nakira. Ulaika muflihuna. Such are the winners. Such are winners, not the winners. Such are winners. But if you have to say such are the winners, now it becomes the incomplete construction. These winners. So how Arabs resolve this issue? Ulaika humul muflihuna. Such are the successful ones. Huwa will not be translated there. Huwa is just to differentiate it from ulaika al-muflihuna. Because ulaika al-muflihuna is an incomplete demonstrative construction. These successful ones. Ulaika al-muflihuna is these successful ones, incomplete sentence. Allah wants to make it a complete sentence, at the same time emphasize that these are the only successful ones. So, the successful ones, if it is directly there, it will confuse. So, huwa is there just to differentiate. Ulaika humul muflihuna, ulaika humul kafiruna, ulaika humul muhtaduna. Very commonly in the Quran. So, that's all with this topic of the demonstrative noun. Very important subject, very commonly used in the Quran. You should be very familiar with its usage.